Welcome back to Volga Facts, your go-to channel for intriguing, thought-provoking topics and the weird and wonderful news from around the world. Today, we're delving into the entire history of nymphomania, tracing its origins, cultural perceptions, and medical understanding over the centuries. Make sure to stick around until the end, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. The entire history of nymphomania, origins and ancient perceptions. Nymphomania, a term that has evoked intrigue and controversy throughout history, refers to excessive sexual desire in women. The roots of this concept can be traced back to ancient civilizations, where myths and legends often depicted women with insatiable sexual appetites. In Greek mythology, nymphs were minor female deities associated with nature, often portrayed as beautiful and sexually liberated. The term nymphomania combines nymph with mania, implying an uncontrollable, excessive sexual drive. While these myths celebrated the nymph's allure, they also laid the groundwork for stigmatizing women with high sexual desire. In ancient Rome, the concept of excessive female sexuality was viewed with suspicion and often linked to moral corruption. Roman physicians and scholars, influenced by earlier Greek thought, sometimes attributed nymphomania to an imbalance of bodily humors, particularly an excess of black bile or an overabundance of heat in the womb. Medieval and Renaissance views. During the medieval period, European views on female sexuality were heavily influenced by Christian doctrine, which often regarded sexual desire, especially in women, as sinful and dangerous. Women exhibiting what was perceived as excessive sexual behavior were sometimes accused of being possessed by demons or witches. The fear of female sexuality and the desire to control it were prevalent themes during the witch hunts of the 16th and 17th centuries. In the Renaissance, as medical knowledge began to evolve, physicians like Ambrose Pare and Johannes Weyer started to provide more physiological explanations for nymphomania. They suggested that it could be caused by uterine disorders or other physical ailments. However, these explanations were still interwoven with moral judgments, reflecting the period's ongoing struggle to reconcile science with deeply rooted cultural beliefs. Enlightenment and Victorian era. The Enlightenment brought a more scientific approach to understanding human behavior, including sexuality. Nymphomania began to be studied within the emerging field of psychiatry. In the 18th century, physician Bernard de Mandeville wrote about furor uterinus, or womb fury, suggesting that excessive sexual desire was a form of madness rooted in the female reproductive system. The Victorian era, with its strict moral codes and views on sexuality, further complicated the understanding of nymphomania. Women exhibiting high sexual desire were often seen as morally deviant or mentally ill. The condition was included in early psychiatric texts, with treatments ranging from moral instruction to more invasive methods like clitoridectomy. 20th century developments. The early 20th century saw significant changes in the understanding of nymphomania, largely due to advancements in psychology and sexual health. Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytic theories introduced the idea that sexual desire was a natural part of human behavior, though he still pathologized excessive desire as hysteria. The feminist movement of the 1960s and 1970s challenged traditional views on female sexuality. Activists and scholars argued that labeling women as nymphomaniacs was a way to control and stigmatize their sexual autonomy. The work of sexologists like Alfred Kinsey and Masters and Johnson also contributed to a more nuanced understanding of sexual desire, emphasizing that sexual behavior varied widely among individuals. Modern perspectives. Today, the term nymphomania is considered outdated and pejorative. Modern medicine and psychology recognize that sexual desire varies greatly among individuals and that high libido is not inherently pathological. Conditions like hypersexuality are now understood within a broader context that includes both biological and psychological factors. Contemporary discussions around female sexuality focus on empowerment, consent, and the right to sexual expression. The shift away from stigmatizing terms reflects a broader cultural movement toward understanding and accepting diverse sexual behaviors. Call to action. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of nymphomania. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Volga Facts for more captivating content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you next time on Volga Facts.